Hello again, everyone. I am still so ecstatic about my 1,000 and being a mature channel, my 1,000 subs, that is, and being a mature channel. I cannot thank everyone enough. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing my content, and participating in this growing community called the Chatty Crafty Guild. We really appreciate any input that you have for us as crafters because we want to improve ourselves as crafters, and that's one of the reasons that I keep promoting my channel and my Facebook group, is because we really are helping each other out, not only with Ollie's finds, but also with suggestions and with ideas and with sharing our artistic endeavors. And it's really a fun group of people that are getting together and doing a really neat thing with crafts. And it's so much kindness, and it's so much acceptance, and it's so much upliftingness, and there's so much positivity in it. And I just can't express how wonderfully happy I am with everybody who has done all the things and whatever they're comfortable with, whether it's just watching the video all the way through, or whether it's just watching and liking, or whether it's watching, liking, commenting. Whatever level you are comfortable with is what I am grateful for, because I don't want anybody to do something that they're not comfortable with. So thank you very much for doing all the things that you're comfortable with that have helped to grow my channel to be a mature channel with 1,000 subs. Yay! So these are two stores that I have never been in. I have this is Homosassa, Florida, and Bayonet Point, Florida. And I've never even heard of Bayonet Point, Florida, much less that there was an Ollie's there. So even the city name was totally new to me. But this first one, this is Homosassa. And this video is a little bit longer than my other ones because I took a really long time to go through these because I've never been in these stores. But I can still say yes, for sure, there are new items being delivered to these stores and being put out on the shelves because of the way they're displayed and the boxes that they're in and the quantity that they have. Like in the very beginning, that ribbon that you saw that was sold in 3 packs for $1.99. Excellent price, beautiful ribbon. I did pick one up for me because I couldn't pass up 3 rolls of ribbon that are like, I believe, 10 yards per roll. So that's like 90 feet of ribbon for $1.99. That's an incredible price. And since they had a whole huge box of that, I know that that is a new item. And this right here, we have seen before. This one's really cute and wonderful, and we've seen it before. But this next one, we've never seen before. At least not from any of my videos. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe it's the pretzel one that we've never seen before, and this epic one is the one we've seen before. But this one had 2 different kits, and I've never seen the second kit. This is only the second time that I know of that I've seen the EK Tools chalk with the chalk holder. They have a lot of the chalk. They have the white sets, they have the colored sets, and then they have the black sets. But that's the only the second store that I've ever seen that had that in it. And these little speech bubbles, imagine using those as the sentiment spots for your sentiments on your greeting cards if you make greeting cards. And this right here, never before seen. This is a We Are Memory Makers item, and they had a lot of them. So this one is either just come in or it's not popular. But one of the things that you need in order to do this is you need the button press to do it with, and it's called a medium button press. Now I have button presses because I have gotten them for free from Temu. I have the 32mm one, and I have, which is 1 1/4 inches. I have the 58mm one, which is like 2 1/4 inches. And then I have a heart-shaped one, and I don't know how that relates to the We Are Memory Maker small, medium, large. So I didn't pick up any of those because I didn't know if I had a button maker that would use them. But oh my goodness gracious, keychains! You use your button maker to make a keychain. That is so cool. I have never seen that before in any Ollie's, or in fact anywhere before. So I thought I really want to do a good job of pointing out what is there, because I also know that people in the guild have sent other people that they know or other relatives that they have that happen to be making a trip to Florida. They have sent them to these Ollies that I have posted saying, here, this is what you want to buy and this is the store you want to go to. And I think that's fabulous. I really do. That is such an amazing, useful way to use these videos that you get to augment your craft supplies if you have somebody who happens to be coming these stores anyway. They did have these big EK Tool chalks, but I didn't see any others of the colored ones like that except for that one open package, and you can tell that that package was missing the rest of it. These Arteza things, any Arteza kit, I honestly will say that I endorse, because I'm not being sponsored by them in any way, but I love every Arteza item that I have opened, and I have been so impressed by the quality and by the thoughtfulness of the way these Arteza items have been packaged and have been put together. And look at these. I've never seen these before. These would be awesome presents for whatever. I mean, whatever holiday you celebrate, or birthdays, Valentine's Day, if you do Easter. I mean, look at those. Those would be excellent presents. Imagine sticking a few of those into an Easter basket. That would be so cute. That would be amazing. Or stocking stuffers, or Hanukkah gifts, or, birthdays, whatever. And there's the unicorns. If you've been with my channel for any length of time, you know that the unicorn is an inside running joke. The unicorn and the chalk and the gold, the red foil from Cricut, and then the smart vinyl from Cricut. Those are the running jokes on my channel. That was a really neat chalk set, and I don't have anything to say about the way they packaged that one, but I do have something to say about the way they packaged the other ones. I love the paint your own horses thing, but of course I do, because I love horses so much. And these are all kits that you could get somebody as a gift for any sort of present, any sort of occasion that you need a gift for somebody. And these aren't really craft items, but they are baking and cooking cards, recipes. And, there is a craft to baking, and there is a craft to cooking. And if you have somebody who is wanting to learn how to cook and wanting to learn how to bake, then by all means, indulge them in some of these as a gift, because it would be a great thing. Another unicorn. And I've seen these in 2 stores now, but I want to point out that if you need garage sale stickers, it's only 79 cents for 216 of those. And that is significantly cheaper than what you'd get at Dollar Tree or Walmart. I mean, just significantly cheaper. This Lush weaving kit has come up in so many different stores, but I still think it's absolutely beautiful, and it would be such an amazing craft to just sit down and get together and do. And that's one of the nice things about these kits that they're selling. It would be great as a family or as individuals to sit down and craft something and see if that particular craft is something that you want to try. These EK Tools punches, they were all waves, and I didn't do a very good job of getting them in the frame, but they were all waves, and I believe that they were $4.99 in this store. I did find a store, the St. Petersburg store, made a liar out of me. There's the green Cricut vinyl, but it made a liar out of me, because I have said many, many times that the EK Tools punches are either $1 or $5, and then the St. Petersburg store had one for $2. Like, oh well. Never mind. As soon as you say something like that, the universe goes, you know what? I'm going to make a liar out of you. And they did. So there it was. This is the coolest thing. I did pick up some of these, so I'm going to point them out and show them to you in my live tomorrow, because I am going live tomorrow. I haven't decided on the time that I'm actually going to go live tomorrow. It depends on when I have appointments, because I had to change some of my appointments around, because next week is Thanksgiving, and I had to rearrange one of my therapists, and my psychiatrist, and a doctor's appointment, so that we could get them in before the holiday week, because I didn't want to go an extra long time without seeing them for obvious reasons. These are beautiful oil pastels, 36 of them, and they were super cheap. It was like $4, and I focused in on the box and paused it so you can see the price tag of this, because it's not on the actual box of pastels, it's on the box. And that's the same thing with these. These range in price from Ollie's to Ollie's to Ollie's. I've seen them at $1.29, $1.99, and $2.99. I don't know how much they were in this store, because I didn't take any up to find out, and they didn't have a price tag printed on them, so I don't know. So we're back to the kits, and as I was saying, the kits would be beautiful for anybody who's thinking about trying to do a craft and wants to see whether or not that's a craft they want to do, or somebody who is really into a craft but just wants a really quick version of it, like really quick amigurumi. I'm going to mispronounce that, but the crochet kits where you can make cute little animals out of it. Amigurumi, something like that. I know I didn't pronounce that correctly. I love these little kits that have the little characters in them, and the box, but wait until you see something. It's in this store. It's coming up real soon. One of the things that they had in the store was so cool. So they had the Trolls in there. I went back to the Trolls because the Disney one was actually $3.99 and the Trolls one was $2.99 or something like that. They were different prices for the exact same item and the exact same idea. But I don't know if it's because it was a Disney product that made it more expensive or if it was just a fluke in the timing when they got them in and when they priced them. I don't know. But I did think that was interesting that they did have two different prices. And of course, the My Little Pony one as well was just the cutest thing. Again, great gift ideas. A lot of these things are great gift ideas. If you have any Swifties in your household, there you go. There's a great gift idea for a Swiftie. Or if you have people who love rock painting, this is an entire rock painting kit. And if you're traveling and you don't want to bring all of your craft supplies because it can take up quite a bit of stuff to do rock painting, you could just bring one of these kits along with you and you could do some crafting while you're visiting friends and family for the holidays, either Thanksgiving or the winter holidays, whichever one you celebrate. There's the chalk. I don't know if you see it, but there it is. There's something about that packaging that just makes me laugh every time. This is it. This is the thing I was talking about that was coming up. I love this book. This is amazing because, and I'm having trouble opening it because my husband is off in the rest of the store looking fruitlessly for the Arteza Mandela dotting tool kit thing that I've been looking for since I found out it existed. So I'm having a hard time pointing out what this is because I'm trying to open it with my filming hand and I've only got two hands and one hand's got the camera in it. But it shows you the different organ systems in the body and it's layered so you can see how they put together in the body. And I thought that was the neatest book. I mean, that would be such an incredible book for a kid who is learning about the human body and what different parts of the body are. And there's the other set of chalk. You have two choices. I'm sorry. I cannot get over whoever packaged those chalk boxes that way. There's the first one that you saw with the jumbo chalk, and then there's that one. Whoever packaged them that way. I don't know. I don't know. Here they are again. I love these. Like I said, I bought some of these. I'm going to highlight them in my live tomorrow, and it is going to be really cool. I really cannot wait to show you how neat that little set is, and it was only $2. Home Assassa store, they had a bunch of them, so I think it just came in. Beautiful, really great, perfect small stocking stuffer or, day before gift for anybody who loves adult coloring books and things like that. And you don't have to be an adult to love adult coloring books. There are, kids that are beautiful that do a great job coloring those things. And then something for pets. I mean, why leave the pets out? Because, this is just a little wag swag box for pets and it's got little things in it that make your pets happy. And I couldn't resist getting the donkey because there's that song, and I cannot remember the name of the donkey, but there's an Italian song that's got the Italian Christmas donkey and it's so cute. This would qualify as a dig store. I'm getting into the point where you're starting to see more of the craft supplies and less of the kit supplies. And this is definitely a dig store. I guarantee you that I did not see everything that was available in this store because I did not dig as much as I could have. And, this was the first store that we went to this day, and we had 5 stores on the docket, and we got a late start. So I wanted to make sure that I got to all of the stores, and so I ended up not being able to spend as much time as I wanted to in this store and not digging as much as I wanted to, but definite dig store. I know I missed some stuff in this store. Beautiful books, beautiful journals, beautiful planners, just amazing things to put together. And this is the second Astro Designs thing that they've had. That one was solid core, and I think the first one was semi-textured. And then they had these Astro Brights. And the Astro Brights Mega Pack that I do believe there is also in the store. And resume paper. Oh my gosh, imagine putting resume paper in a junk journal. The quality of resume paper. And that was $3, I think. But the quality of resume paper and putting it into a junk journal and having that really pristine, elegant luxury part as part of your junk journal was just amazing. And to pick it up at Ollie's for $3 for 100 sheets of it, that's an incredible price for resume paper. Oh my gosh, it would be so cool. These bright colors would be so cool in your journals and everything. Amazing stuff. Just absolutely amazing stuff for junk journals, and not necessarily things that are that scream, this is for journaling. This is just things that, you could put into a junk journal in order to give it depth and texture and interest and unique characteristics. Just really amazing stuff, especially if you sew. If you can sew things in, that's even better. And then this pack right here, is this the mega pack? Yeah, the mega collection. These are not labeled well. Okay, I did finally find one in the St. Petersburg store, and you can sit there, you can pause this as much as you like. Nowhere on this package does it say what it is, what the paper style is, or how many sheets there are in there. Nowhere on there does it say it. And I finally found one in the St. Petersburg store that had an extra sticker stuck on the bottom of it that had that information with it. And they are 320 sheets of cardstock. It is 65-pound cardstock, 320 sheets for $7.99. And to put that into perspective, if you buy the Recollections cardstock from Michael's at full price, you're getting 50 sheets for $6. So for $2 more, you get over 6 times the number of sheets, but they don't tell you that that's what's in there, which means that people aren't buying them. But now that you've watched my video, or my last one, because I mentioned it in the one that I put up on Sunday as well, now that you've watched my videos, you know, you are in the know. You have the inside scoop, and you know to pick those up if you find those, because that is an incredibly good price for cardstock, 65-pound cardstock for 320 sheets of it. Amazing. And then these are the papers that you put inside, or the pockets that you put inside memory books. But this store, and it's actually been a little while since I've actually seen one of those 12 by 12 memory albums. So I don't know if they've been completely liquidated at this point, or if I'm just not looking in the right places for them, because there might be another place where they put photo albums. This, they're selling the whole box together, which kind of confused me, because I don't think they were supposed to be sold as a whole box. I think those were the display boxes, but they are Disney Princess comic set book things. And then they had a couple boxes that were high up that you couldn't see what was in them. So I'm sitting there putting my phone over them, trying to figure out what's inside those boxes. And that's why you got weird camera angles on those. More sticky notes, but again, the Arteza 7,800 packs of 7,800 sticky notes for $8. If you can find those Arteza sticky notes, that's the way to go. And then this was another one of those cute ones that wasn't over there with the rest of them. And now we're over to the vinyl, and I tried to ask if this was the hat trick. I asked in my Facebook group if this qualified as the hat trick, because the hat trick is when you can find the yellow, the green, and the blue smart vinyl in one spot. But this is actually pearl metallic yellow vinyl, which is just, I'm stunningly beautiful. It was in person, it was stunningly beautiful. So I'm making a joke about it being the hat trick, but if you can find that Cricut, that pearl metallic one, oh my goodness gracious, if you have a use for it, oh, definitely go for it. They had both kinds of the washi tape in this store, and then they had these kits on the end, and it was just an interesting thing to see. There are the canvases again. It's $10 per pack, and the size of the canvas determines how many canvases you get. I think if you get the 8 by 10s, you get 6 canvases. If you get the 16 by 20s, you get 3 canvases, but they're $10 a pack. And look, sewing machines. This store had sewing machines. They are refurbished. It says on the box that they are refurbished. They are Singer. It was $130, $120, I think, at this store. And this little thing, this little artist carrying thing, another great thing for taking on a road trip. I don't know if I'd try to get it into an airplane, because it's kind of bulky. So if you're actually flying to a relative's house for Christmas, or for the winter holidays, or for Thanksgiving, you might want to not use that. But if you're driving, just pack up what art supplies you think you're going to need, because the ability to sit off in a corner and do some crafts when you're surrounded by family, because let's face it, every now and then family just gets to be too much. Just get off into a corner and do some of your crafts, and you know, if people come up and start talking to you about the crafts, then, you know, let them know what you're doing, and let them know what's going on, and maybe let them play with some of the stuff that you've got and see if they want to get into crafting, because I will firmly say always that crafting is for everybody. I loved those rose gold, gold, and silver jimmies that they had in there, but you had to buy the whole thing, and I probably still wouldn't have bought it even if I could buy just the one, because you know me, I don't bake. If you've listened to my videos, you know I don't bake. I can't bake. I'm a terrible baker, because I cannot leave a recipe alone, and if you mess with a recipe when you're cooking, it might taste bad, but it'll still will come out. If you mess with a recipe when you're baking, it's not going to come out because you've messed with the ratios of the fat to the butter to the sugar to the flour, and it just messes everything up. I just can't do it. This, I think, is the first store that they had the seam pieces, the seam fixers for those Kaboom chocolate piñatas. So we've seen the forms for the piñatas all over the place. And in more and more stores, the sphere, the large sphere, is coming up at 74 cents, and everything else is $1.99. I don't understand that pricing at all. But the large sphere is coming up at 74 cents in all of these stores, but or in most of these stores, but the rest of them are coming up at $1.99. But that's the little tool that you use to erase the seams so that people can't tell where it was put together. This box was confusing me because I didn't know what was in it. It said spring list. It turns out it's one of those paper pads that has spring flowers on it that you can do a to-do list or a shopping list on. I guarantee you I missed stuff on this dollar table. This dollar table for the Home Assassa store is in the back of the store. They've moved it. This is amazing. I'm going to go over this in the video tomorrow as well. They were $1 each. That's a whole full pack of them, but they're sold individually. That was $1 each. And it makes flowers, and it's already cut out for you, and it makes like 36 flowers, which is incredible. And that beautiful red petal paper, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that was, and this one, this vinyl right here, oh my goodness gracious, it's just absolutely stunning. But I guarantee you I missed stuff on this dollar table. I am absolutely positive that there are things on this dollar table that I did not see because of the way the store is now being laid out. And I will point out that it's getting more and more difficult for me to go into Ollie's because they're because of the practices that they're doing. Look at this. This is called the Azure set or something like that. And it's another 616 Project Life kit. I put that one right in my cart. Yes, it was $1. $1, and they had several left when I left the store. So I don't know if they're still there, but they did have several left when I left the store. And they had pieces for the resin making, and these boxes were a little mishmashed, so I did a little bit of rearranging on it. That's the pad that was in the box that I poked the hole in earlier. They had these little spatulas. But yeah, this dollar table, I guarantee you that there are things on it that I didn't see because of the way it was stacked super high. The boxes were stacked very high, which is another reason why I think that Ollie's are still getting some of these craft supplies. I don't think the craft liquidation is over. I think that the holiday season and the amount of retail space that is necessary to provide the goods for people to buy during the holiday season has interrupted some of this liquidation, but I don't think this liquidation is over yet. And I think that once the holiday season is over and they can go back to a normal level of content in their store, then you'll see more of these craft things come up. These are matted. These are perfect size mats for a 4x6 photo, and they're beautiful and they're double-sided. I did not buy one. I haven't bought any of those yet, but look at this. Look at these. These are made by CraftSmart, so this is something that came from Michael's, but these are stamps that give you texture. So you put your ink pad on there and you get some texture like AstroTurf texture and other things, and those are so cool. And yes, I'm going to test those. I did buy a package of those, so I'm going to test those in my live tomorrow. My live will go, I'll give at least half an hour notice before I go live to give YouTube the opportunity to notify people. If you've got the bell turned on, you will get the notification that I'm going to go live in half an hour, hopefully. It doesn't notify everybody. I don't know why, but it's a pretty good indication. And it will probably be sometime around 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. So if you haven't gotten a notification, go check periodically between 6:30 and 9:30 p.m. if catching the live is something that you want to do. And lives on my channel are pretty fun because we sit there and we test this stuff that I've gotten from Ollie's, and people who are watching give suggestions for things that they would like me to see me test and see me change how I'm testing things, or give me suggestions for how they would use it, and then we put it together with that idea in front of the camera, and it's just a lot of fun because it's interactive. It is the people watching putting into the chat, saying what they need to know. You have to be a subscriber to chat, but that's it. You don't have to be a member to chat. My channel does have memberships, and the highest level membership does include Happy Mail, and I have a lot of stuff that I can send out as Happy Mail now. And then I also have Patreon, and the highest levels of Patreon also include Happy Mail, but there are 2 levels of Patreon that will include Happy Mail that can go worldwide. Most of my Happy Mail has to stay in the United States of America because shipping outside the United States is just it's uncertain right now. So I don't want to promise something that I can't fulfill. But I do want to point out that it is an option in my Patreon that you can get Happy Mail, and it is an option in memberships on my channel that you can get Happy Mail. So it's something for you to think about if you want to. There's absolutely no obligation. Like I said, if watching the video from start to finish is what your level of comfort is, then thank you so much. Absolutely, thank you so much. And is it Michael Bay? Michael Bay would have been so thrilled with that light flare, that flame, that light flare right there. That was so cool. That lens flare, that's what it's called. More beautiful ribbons. These were wider ribbons, so I didn't buy any of these because I don't really use wider. I'm a card maker. My basic craft is card making, and the only thing that I would really use ribbon for is for card making, and wider ribbons don't work for that. Look at this beautiful glitter Cricut vinyl, and it's iron-on, and it's gorgeous. This is wire-edged, so I didn't buy it. It's the right width. I have bought wire-edged in the past. Normally, I would stay far away from wire-edged for card making, but oh, one of the ones that I found was just so beautiful. It came up in my either last Friday's live stream or last Wednesday's live stream if you want to see what I did with the wire edged ribbon, because it was so beautiful. A few Singer items. The Singer items have come to the store as a liquidation, and they're being slowly sold off. And this one had the little hem guide, or the little seam guide, and it had some pins and more vinyl. Every one of the stores has some version of vinyl in it. They're not consistent as to what they have. And some stores have more beautiful vinyl than other stores. Like right now we're in the Bayonet Point store. They did not have that beautiful holographic one that the Homosassa store did. So there's something different in all of them. The paper that you see over there was actually paperweight. It was not cardstock weight, if I remember correctly. But really nice stuff. And then these little stencils, those are stencil holders for if you're doing baking. And they do hold the stencil up above these things, so they don't work as well for stenciling for card making, but because I tested it on this channel. But there is something, if you can find it, the Cricut foil board that goes with the big Cricut machine. It's 12 by 12, and it comes with magnets, and it's been seen in the Lakeland store. I saw it in one of the Tampa stores, but I can't remember which one. And it was in one of the stores up near Jacksonville, but I can't remember which one. So if it's around, if you can find it, it works beautifully with stencils. Absolutely beautiful. And I tested that. This Cricut one is $4. And honestly, if you can hold out until you can get to one of the stores that has the $5 version of this, you not only get the knife, but you also get 5 extra blades and a box to keep your broken blades or your used up blades in, so that they don't hurt anybody when you throw them away. So if you can hold out until you can find that, great. If you want to pick up that one for $1 cheaper where you just get the knife, great too. That's fine. These were all messed up. Almost all of these were out of their container, but these were the small, medium, large Cricut shirts. And this store also had, I believe, the infusible ink Cricut mats. They're the Cricut vinyl that you can use. Beautiful little journal entries. So you could use this. You could make a cover for this out of some chipboard and some beautiful paper, and you could make it an interchangeable one, so you have an interchangeable notepad to carry around with you. Or you could use them. You could bind them together and use them as a form of junk journal with 3 different sections in it. Or you could just use them individually as something to take around and take notes on. I love these. These are so amazing. These are books that are, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I'm at a loss for words right now. They are exemplifying the people that have really done some amazing things in the history of the growth of our whatever, the science people, statesmen, stateswomen, judges, people who have brought dignity to certain groups of people by bringing them the vote, by bringing them the ability to care for themselves. This is an amazing group of people. The musicians, oh my gosh, so many musicians that have done so much amazing stuff for the entire world of music, artists and writers. These books, I love these books. I absolutely adore them. The athletes, I mean, these are people that are absolute awesome role models. I have to say that I really enjoy looking at those books. But my absolute favorite one is coming up. It's not this one. This is the same idea, but it's a smaller version of it for probably younger readers. So it's the same idea, but it's for younger readers. So it's probably got a different reading level required in order to understand, in order to comprehend what's being read. But the one that I love the most, oh my gosh, I loved it so much. I think it's the next thing. I may be wrong. I'm just kind of sort of sitting here with my voiceover trying to see where I get to think, oh, come on, don't make a liar out of me. Please come up. Please come up. Where are you? Ah, no. Ah, darn it. Okay, well, it'll come up. My voiceovers get like this. I don't script my voiceovers. I don't have the spoons to script my voiceovers. I'm literally watching the video and talking about it while I'm watching the video. And that is the way my voiceovers are done. So if there's pauses or anything like that, there it is. Oh, we found it. We found it. We found it. I love this book. I paused twice on this book because this book, I love it. I love the idea of a good night stories for rebel girls, 200 tales of extraordinary women, and a journal. This is exceptional. I absolutely love this. We need to have more rebel women in our lives, and to start them young and start them right. That is absolutely something that I think we should do. And I love that book. $10. That would be an awesome thing to give to somebody that you know who has a rebel girl, somebody who is trying to raise a rebel girl, or even just give to the Toys for Tots thing so that it can be given to somebody to become a rebel girl. Absolutely amazing. I love it so much. Absolutely. That is actually pretty cool because that's a book that's also a nightlight. So, when you finish reading the book and you close the book, it's a nightlight for the child to go to sleep with. I thought that was a neat idea. Those are the little mold-it sheets that you need to use in the mold-it press that you can use to make candy molds, but I'm going to use mine to make shaker molds for my cards. And I thought that was a neat idea. And it came up in one of the lives, and everybody in the live agreed that it was a really cool idea to use that molded to make shaker forms. They did have a lot of these Heidi Swap things, but these Heidi Swap things seem to be coming up in just about every store we're in. So I don't know if that's part of the American Craft liquidation, or if that's a previous liquidation, or if they just bought a lot of those. And this beautiful learn to knit thing, another great item that can be put into a stocking, or another great item that can be put into a gift box or a gift bag or something, or just taken along with you if you want to try to pick up something while you're visiting friends and relatives, because after a while it gets to the point where you don't really want to visit with your friends and relatives anymore, and that's okay. If you need special time for yourself, that's totally fine, because self-care is absolutely vital. And in this holiday season that's coming up, there needs to be time when you can just say, you know what, I need to have some me time. And hopefully you have a family that will respect the idea that you need to have some me time, because self-care is amazingly important. So I'm hoping that your family will allow you to have that. And I'm hoping that you are confident enough in your family that you can say, I need some me time, and then go get your me time, not mean time. I said that wrong. More stuff for resin people, but I don't think either of these stores had any resin molds. I may be wrong. I may be remembering incorrectly, but I don't think either of these stores had resin molds. So we're back at the candy molds, and again, we've got those $1.99 for the large box, $1.99 for the egg, $1.99 for the cupcake, but 74 cents for the sphere. I don't understand that. I don't know why the big sphere is 74 cents and everything else is $1.99. Even the small spheres, even the small boxes, they're all $1.99, but for some reason that sphere is 74 cents. So if you're looking into a piñata and you don't care the shape, me personally, I would buy the round one because it's the cheapest of them. And now we're into a craft area in the store. They had this beautiful washi tape, but for some reason, this washi tape is $1.99. And all the other times that I've found washi tape, it was $1. So I don't understand why that one's $1.99. But this is also different because this is $3.99 for that heart-shaped stained glass kit. It's a fully contained stained glass kit. It's another thing that you could take with you if you wanted to just try that while you're traveling, and you could put that together, or you could give it as a gift once it's done. You could give it as a gift before it's done. It makes that entire heart piece for your stained glass, and it was absolutely gorgeous. But it was $3.99. Most of them, when I see them, they're $4.99. I did find turtles in Georgia for $1.99, and then in the last video that I put up, one of the two stores that I was in, I think it was St. Pete, they had a Monstera leaf for $1. So here we are with the EK Tools chalk again. These are the large size chalks, and they do come in multicolor and they come in white. I don't remember if this store had the multicolor, but the first store, the Home Assess store, had one package of the multicolor. And here we are back with the Astrobrites. And these Astrobrites I've seen, bleh, can't speak. I think I saw those Astrobrites in every store that we were in on Saturday. And this shopping was done this past Saturday. So we were in the store on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, posting the video on Tuesday. My video that I posted on Sunday was 2 of the other stores that I was in on Saturday. And I love this. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Paint your own scarf. And it's got scarf safe dyes, fabric safe dyes, so that you can paint your scarf however you want to. And the colors are just absolutely vibrant and so sunshiny and uplifting and happy. And I thought that was such a great thing. So I wanted to point that out. It was in the totally wrong place, but I love me some flamingos, so I had to point it out. Totally not the right place in Ollie's for this to be. But you can see this is a dig store. So digging through these items, you find different items. And again, I guarantee you that I missed things in this store because of the fact that it's a dig store. And this was the second store we were in that day of 5. 2 of the stores that we were in were posted on Sunday. These 2 stores are being posted today. The 5th store that we were in is the Sarasota store. And I'm not actually going to post that one. I did videotape it, but I'm not actually going to post it because there really wasn't anything new that I saw in the Sarasota store. And I didn't spend very much time in it because I was specifically running in to see if they had one item. I did find the item I was looking for, and then I ran back out. And so the video's not high quality. It's really not what I want to show. I didn't get everything because I was in such a rush. And so I'm not going to show that one. And ironically, I didn't see much new stuff in there, although they did have some of the Astrobrites paper, that mega pack of paper. Actually, it's not paper, it's cardstock, that mega pack of cardstock. This one had a lot of different pouring paint colors. Those that I'm pointing out to you, those are all pouring paint colors. And this was so cool. It's a little rocket bake it kit. If you have a kid who's not into, the fancy flowery kind of craft kits, then they want to do the more space-oriented craft kits, then get that for them. And look, you could even give them the Star Trek, the Klingon Bird of Prey, if you want to get them that. And I thought that was so cool. I've seen a lot of the little wood toy things that were their puzzles where you stick them together and then you get to decorate them, and I think that's just so neat and wonderful. Oh my gosh, if you find these, I highly recommend those. Those were done in Alive, and that package was so, it was just, it had more stuff in it than I thought it did, and the quality of the stuff that was in it was amazing, and the extra bits that you got were just perfect for the kit, and I just can't say enough good stuff about that kit. That kit, I paid $1.99 for mine. I don't know how much it was in this store because the prices in Ollie's vary from store to store to store. Price in Ollie's for one item is different for the price at the same item in a different Ollie's can be a completely different price. Another Arteza set. This is a beautiful paint by numbers set. I highly recommend Arteza stuff. Everything that I have opened and tested has been amazing, and the stuff that I haven't opened and tested also looks amazing. So I recommend the Arteza stuff if you have an opportunity to pick some of them up. And I am still looking for that Arteza mandala kit where you can use where it comes with dotting tools for you to make the thing. It was not in any of these 5 stores, and my husband looked throughout the entire store while I was doing the filming trying to find those kits and just couldn't come up with it. So yeah, I'm still looking. If you find it in a store anywhere near me, if you would please join the Facebook group. It's called Chatty Crafty. There is a link to it in the description for this video. And join the Facebook group, and please let me know where it is, because my husband is being amazing, and he is being so patient and driving me hither and yon when I ask him to take me to these stores, because I don't drive. It's not a good idea for me to be behind a wheel, because my panic and my anxiety would cause it to be very dangerous, not only for me, but for the other people on the road. So I just absolutely don't drive anymore. So he has to take me all these places, and he's been amazing doing it. So if you find one of those in any of the Florida stores or in the South Georgia stores, if you would please let us know, so that we can make a road trip out of it and go find them and pick them up for us, because I really, really want at least one for me, and then I would like to pick up 2 or 3 more to use as a giveaway on my channel, because my channel does giveaways every other week. This past week I did a whole bundle of resin stuff. I did molds and resin dyes, and both of them, there were 2 winners, and both of them got the same whole kit, and both of them have claimed the prizes. Yay! So it's really wonderful to have my prizes claimed, and they will be shipped out tomorrow. And then this coming Sunday, I will start a new giveaway. And so I do giveaways every other week on my channel. And in the Sunday video, I will explain what it is that needs to be done in order to enter the giveaway. It's super easy, absolutely easy. There's very little for you to do. I'm not collecting email addresses, none of that stuff. I don't do that. I just want you to enter into the giveaway, and you don't even have to give me your in real life name. If your YouTube name is not your in real life name, like Chatty Crafty is not my IRL name, but if you can just give me your YouTube name. So it's really a super easy form to fill out. Look at the beautiful sun, the little glasses. I thought those were the cutest things. I didn't buy any. I have so much ribbon. I didn't need any more, and it was a small roll. And I'm getting kind of picky. I don't pick up the small rolls anymore. I don't know. I've been spoiled by these Ollie's prices. I do have to say that. I am definitely very spoiled by these Ollie's prices. And I thought this would be great for a grandmother to put together and to give to their grandchildren about the stuff that they know and the stuff that they've been through and the stuff that the memories, the stories, the family specific information, because I know my family lost a lot of that. My dad died unexpectedly when he was in his midlife, and it was really, we lost a lot of information when he did. And everybody else who's been passing on has been taking their information with them. So something to keep the family stories together so that those family stories can be passed on, because there's a rich history in everybody's family. Everybody's family has a rich history, and it's good to try and keep those things together. Perfect for Halloween. I don't know if they would last until next Halloween, but those two colors were perfect for Halloween. And then they also had this really cool red one that I'm going to show soon, but this one is gorgeous as well. It's got those really cool jewel tones, and they're like the pastel jewel tones, like the lavenders and the pinks and everything, and I thought that was really neat. I loved that. So we're now at the dollar table. This is the Bayonet Point dollar table. This is the store in Bayonet Point. That one wasn't just the round ones. This one's just the round one. So I put the red and the black and the orange together to put the three round ones, the three colors of the round ones that they had in the store together. And I thought they looked really beautiful together. I mean, they are just awesome. They're just really cool. They've got such vibrant colors, and they're just the perfect size. I don't bake, but anybody who does baking and decorating, this is a great place to get supplies for that, because they are super cheap. I think those bottles were $1 a piece, and they are super cheap, and they have such a variety. If you go to store to store to store, you find all the different variety that they have. And some of the stores are really close to each other. Like there's 5 stores within 35 miles of each other in the Tampa area. So it's definitely worth, if you have the ability to go to multiple stores to get to these areas that have multiple stores close to each other, it's definitely worth going into them, because the materials that they have in one store can vary wildly to another store, even if that store is only 10 miles away. And that's one of the things that I found when I did the Tampa stores the first time, was that I went to 5 different stores and found wildly different materials in all 5 different stores, just in the crafting section. I don't look at the other sections very much. You'll see that most of my stuff is crafting. Every now and then I'll look at something. Sometimes people ask me to look at something, like once I was asked to look at puzzles, so one of my videos shows puzzles. I was asked to look at adult coloring books, so 2 of my videos, I think, have me going through the adult coloring book section. But most of the things that I look at are craft. Those things are from Dollar Tree. They are very definitely Dollar Tree, but it's interesting because they are faux leather. They're not vinyl, and I don't know if Dollar Tree sold off the faux leather at $1 a box. I know that the vinyl was sold off at $1 a box, and I'm not really thinking that Ollie's buying it and trying to sell it at $1 now is such a great idea, since, I mean, Dollar Tree couldn't sell it off at $1 a box. But, you know, Ollie's has it now, so they're trying. This is a cute little multi-use planner that I thought was interesting. They had the one up there. Moved down, found a whole other box of them down there. So I put the one that was in the wrong place, I put it back in the right place, because why not? You know, leave the store at least as clean as you found it, if not cleaner. This is Bo Bunny, and it's beautiful. This is cut chipboard. It is cut printed chipboard. That's not paper, that's chipboard, and it is so pretty. It was $1 a sheet. It wasn't the quarter a sheet for the cardstock, obviously because it's chipboard, but it was $1. It was $1 a sheet, and it was adorable. These are really nice, but these had craft COVID. If you look at it really closely on the black label there, you can see glitter on the black label, which means that that glitter is coming off of the paper and getting onto the label. So, you know, it's up to you if you want to buy that. I did buy these to test them. These will also be tested in my live tomorrow. This is 6 pigment inks that are the rainbow colors all in one set, and they're the little 1-inch square inks. And I'm definitely going to test those out tomorrow to see what we can do with them. And this is a new Heidi Swap item that I hadn't seen anywhere. They're just little sticker dots. And I don't know if I got the back of the package, but they're not all that shape. They have there we go. They've got these flag shapes in there too. So it's multiple different shapes, obviously for a journal, but you could use them for anything. You could use them as accoutrements on a memory page. You could use them to deck out a card, a greeting card that you're making. I did find that one sheet of that beautiful flat gold, pale gold, and that was the box that had all the rest of them. I'd never seen this. I mean, this reminds me of the things that you had in Rolodexes from way back in the day. But it's a Heidi Swap item that you put into, I don't remember exactly what they called it, Demidex or something like that. Let's see if I can see it. No, I can't see it, but I don't remember exactly, but it reminded me of the dividers in a Rolodex that, you know, way back in the day. If you don't know what they are, go ahead and search Rolodex and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I thought it was cool. I picked up some of those to give away. I won't use them, but I picked up some to give away. Unicorn! And I picked up some of these to give away because they were so awesome. I loved that unicorn. The banner behind it says, "For real." And I thought that was just the neatest thing. So I bought one for me, and I bought some to give away as well. And look at the beautiful fall colors on this ribbon. Oh my gosh, that is such beautiful fall colors. If you've watched my channel, if you've watched my things, you know I'm a fall girl. And that fall ribbon was just so pretty, absolutely gorgeous. Now, instead, when I was looking through the racks, the red racks that had the stuff hanging from them in this store, I went, whoa, at one point. And I didn't leave it in because it was just one word, and I have to take the audio from the store I have to take out because I can't use it because I'll get a copyright strike because of the music that they play. But pretty soon I'm going to show you what I was looking at. That right there. I saw that from the other side of the racks. You can see the red racks there. I saw that from the other side and went, whoa, because that is beautiful. Cardstock, nice, gorgeous tan color with those beautiful gold dots on it. Don't normally do dot things, but man, I couldn't resist. I had to pick some up. And these wrapping papers were $1 or 99 cents. The boxes had 2 different prices on it. These say $1, and then the one that has the craft paper rolls, that one said 99 cents. I did pick up one of these. There's one that's got paw prints on it, so I picked up one of the paw print ones because I thought it was really pretty. But even for like using this in card making or for using this in junk journals or things like that, that is an amazing price. Or the added, the added bonus is it's wrapping paper. You could use it exactly as it's intended to be used. But look at that beautiful happy birthday one, and then the blue balloons at the back. You're about to see, there we go, those right there. I loved them so much. They were just amazing, absolutely gorgeous. Whew, this has been a long video. It's not quite done yet, but this has been a long video, and thank you so very much for anybody who has stuck around this long. I loved it. I loved it. It's a story. And the storybook has pieces that you can punch out, and you punch them out while you're reading the story. And while you're reading the story, you build the little carriage with the unicorns to pull the carriage. And it's just the cutest idea. It's crafting and reading all in one. I thought that was great. I loved that little thing. But thank you so very much for everybody who has watched all the way to this point. Still not quite done, but man, this has been a long haul, and I appreciate everybody who's made it this far. These 2 new stores, I wanted to get them both up today, and I realized that made this into a very long video, but I wanted to get them both up today because I wanted to get this while it's still fresh. I was in these stores 3 days ago. I don't want to wait until Thursday to put up this information. I want this to be pertinent. I want this to be recent. And so that's why I'm doing this. I'm not putting up the Sarasota store, even though I was in a 5th store. I'm not putting that one up. I already explained why. But I did want to get these videos up so that everybody could see that. If you know a person who does Dungeons and Dragons or is interested in any way in Stranger Things, because that was a big part of the last Stranger Things season, that Dungeons and Dragons book would be an excellent gift for them. And look at this, a nice little pocket-sized adult coloring book that you could put stuff in. And then they've got stuff, not put stuff in, but that you could color in while you're on vacation. It would be so easy to take that with you or to give as a gift for somebody. And they even have stuff for the pups. So I had to point out the things for the pups. So these are all different things that you can get for your puppy if you're interested in getting some stuff for your puppy from Ollie's. This store had the pink ones. One of the other stores I was in had the purple ones like this, but this store had the pink ones, and they were just gorgeous, absolutely stunning. The video does not do these justice in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And as one last thing, I totally understand now why ginger ale is not sold in clear bottles. I get it. I understand completely. Thank you very much to everyone who watched, liked, subscribed, shared, commented, all of that. I really appreciate you. Cheers, and